Hi everyone, my name is Giovanna Proença and today we're going to learn C language using Scratch and the subject will be if and else. If you want to get the solution to these problems and also an ebook on how to become a developer as fast as possible, click on the description below. So here we have already the blocks in Scratch, okay? I'm not going to focus on how to make these blocks on Scratch, we're going to focus on how to do the problems in C, okay? So basically the idea here is what? We're going to ask the user for what's your name and we're going to just print hello and the answer. So let's do this. So if we click in here, the cat is going to ask us what is your name and I'm going to put here Giovanna because it's my name and then it's going to say hello Giovanna. So how can we do this in C? So we have to include the libraries that we're going to use. In this case, it's stdio.h, that is the standard library, and we're going to include the library of CS50 where we can get the input from the user, okay? For the structure, we have to start our int main void function, and we have to open and close curly brackets. And here inside, we're going to start creating a variable that it's going to store the information that we're going to get from the user. So since we're going to get a name, this is a type string, so we're gonna have to say string, and the name of the variable will be name, okay? And in this name variable, we're going to store the information that we're going to get from getString function. And here we're going to write what's your name, okay? And at the end of the sentence, we have to use a semicolon. So let's check what's happening by now. So we have to do make p, that is the name of the file, and ./p, that is the name to run our file. So what's your name? I'm going to say Giovanna. And if you take a look here, it's printing what's your name for us. This is the getString what the getString function does. So now we just have to print this hello Giovanna. So we're going to use Printf, that is the function that we can use this, and we're going to say hello. And to save to print the information that the string name has, we have to use a placeholder, and this placeholder is the %s. So the %s is the placeholder for variables of type string. And after the quotation marks, we have to use comma and the name of the variable that is name, okay? So let's see what happens here. So let's make p, and now we're going to do ./p to run our code, and it's going to ask us, so what is your name? I'm going to say Giovanna, and here it's going to print hello Giovanna. One thing, just to make the style better, we can use the \n to jump lines, okay? Because if you take a look here, this is all in the same line in the terminal. So how can we do this? Let me clear make p, so it's running, and now we're going to run with ./p, so we're going to say Giovanna, and now they are in different lines, okay? So now let's go to the second problem here. So the second problem is what? We're going to keep asking the user for what is your name, but more than this, we're going to use this if condition. So we're going to check if the answer that the user gave to us it's equals to Giovanna. If it is, we're going to say hello Giovanna. Otherwise, we're not going to print anything, okay? So let's do this in here. So basically, I'm going to take this out for a moment. And now we're going to use an if condition. So to use if condition, we can use if, and we're going to write things inside the parentheses. So how can we compare strings? So to compare strings, we have to use a function that is inside the string library, okay? That is this function here that it's called strcomp, that it's compared to strings, okay? So the string compare is basically you're going to pass two strings in here, okay? And it's going to compare these two strings. So it's going to give us if the strings have the same name, have the same word or not. And if the two strings are the same, it's going to return 0, okay? And we just have to focus on this. We don't need to focus on these other two cases. So this function compares to string case sensitively, so it has to be all in lowercase, or it has to be written in the same way. And if the strings are the same, it's going to return 0, okay? So we're going to use this in here. So we have to add this library, this string, so include the string library, that is the library that holds the strcomp function, string compare function, okay? And in here we're going to use, so strcomp That is the name of the function, and we can see here that already is in blue because it recognizes this as a function. And we have to pass two strings to be compared. So in this case, the first string will be name, okay, that it's our string that the user is going to give to us. And the other string is going to be Giovanna, so we're going to use double quotation marks and the name Giovanna inside. Then we're going to use the open and close brackets, curly brackets, to set that we're inside the if condition. And in here we're going to print hello Giovanna again, okay? So hello and the value of name again. So let's see what happens. So clear, make p. And actually this is not going to run. And why is that? Because the function string compare is going to return a 0 if the string 1 is equal to string 2. So here we have to say that if string compare is equals to 0, it means that they have the same string, okay? So then when you stop this video and see this page here, it says 50 manual pages that explain about the string compare function, and it's going to be very helpful for more problems that we're going to see in the future, okay? So let's run this. So make p and ./p. So it's going to ask what's your name. I'm going to write it down Giovanna, and it's going to return us Giovanna because here the name that the user gave to us, it's equals to the string that we are comparing here. What if we use here if we put, for example, Rodrigo? We wouldn't print anything because Rodrigo is not it's not going to give a number 0 when we compare Rodrigo with Giovanna, okay? That is this case. And now let's do one more problem, that is this here. We're going to ask user for its name, and we're going to check if the name that the user gave to us is Giovanna, and we're going to print hello Giovanna. Otherwise we're going to print hello you. So let's check here. Now we have an if and else condition. So if I put here Giovanna, it's going to print hello Giovanna, and if I put here Mary, for example, it's going to print hello you. So basically we're going to keep with this structure here in C language, but now we're going to add an else condition, okay? And in this else condition, we're just going to printf hello you, okay? And the \n to go to the next line after running this, and we have to use a semicolon at the end. So let's see, make p. So it's running okay, compiler is running okay. Now let's run the code. So if I put here Giovanna, it's going to print hello Giovanna. And if I put here Mary, it's going to print hello you. Or if I put here Rodrigo, it's going to print hello you. Or even if I put here Giovanna, all in lowercase, it's going to give us hello you, okay? The only way that this string compare is going to return a 0 is if the name that we give is the same as the name that is in here in our comparison, okay? So this is the initial video. We're going to have more about C and C in Scratch correlation. So be aware, and I think you're going to enjoy it, okay? So I hope you enjoyed this content, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.